But slowly, I see it getting there. Let's talk about that.
Athletes are growingly, having confidence in the race. And secondly, it means that the management, the organization of the race is also being upscaled. That athletes are assured that when they compete, they are going to get their prize money on time. Because what discourages most athletes is the fact that most race organizers, take time to conduct the necessary anti-doping tests, taking so much time for athletes to get their pay after they have competed. So it means that, the level of organization has gone up, and making athletes believe that the race is serious about what it is doing. And then thirdly, one of the factors could be that this race has consistently happened. It has been consistently staged from 2022, 2023, 2024, and now we are running the fourth edition. There were no breaks along the way.
No.
And when races are not consistent, questions arise.
Yes. Yes.
The management and the organization of those races. Because it's good when races are consistent. And that is also a challenge to sponsors of races to also be support races so that talents get an opportunity to earn, and they also get an opportunity for their talents to be spotted. Because even here today, there are managements that are scouting for athletes. They are here on the sidelines, but their key role is to look at how the athletes perform and link them to management so that they get opportunities to compete abroad and earn good prize money in well-held races, city races, across the world. Yes.
And talking about winning, you see, when the need for winning comes and becomes great, as we have seen in the recent days, there's another vice that comes in. We call it doping. I remember last year, Kenya was ranked number 1 in Africa in terms of doping, number 3 in the world. Was it last year or 2023, thereabout? I remember also when President William Ruto was about to clinch, when he had just actually gotten into power as president of Kenya, the first battle that he fought was to ensure that Kenya wasn't banned. I remember very well. Doping is a menace. We've had internationals coming in. Just recently, there's a guy who was arrested and prosecuted. Kenyans actually were very mesmerized because the guy was given a 3-year jail term. And we were looking at it and we were like, it's absurd because an athlete who's found doping is banned for 4 years. But the guy who's supplying the doping gets 3 years. How does that work? That maths is not mathing.
Oh, okay. That is a question that we tried to ask sports lawyers. We could not get a straight answer. Because what we got was, the judges and magistrates have the way at which they look at these things, and the law stipulates that that 3-year jail term was ideal. Others were saying no. The foreigner was arrested. By the way, he was a foreigner, not a Kenyan.
Yeah, he's a foreigner.
There were arguments that...
and we've had that problem also, because foreigners come here in the name of managers and agents.
Yes.
And they bring these things.
So there were questions around why that jail term was not... They felt that it was not severe, that it could not deter anyone from engaging in, in the trade of supplying banned substances. So most people were saying, why not 10 years?
Yeah.
Why not 10 years? But again, legal experts were saying, no. The magistrates and judges have a way of, looking at these things. So we may not have the capacity to understand why it was not 10 years and 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
But the biggest fear is that it confirmed that there might be individuals who are in this racket of introducing Kenyan athletes to banned substances.
True.
That all along we've thought that they say the athlete knows what gets into their system.
Yes.
Now here is another question: are there people who are making what goes into their system, or who are aiding what goes into their system for business, to make profits? That is the question that arose from that racket of someone from a foreign country coming into Kenya.
I think it was from the UK.
Yeah, from India.
India.
Yes, from India. And so there were a lot of questions that I think need to be answered. And around the same time, Kenya's anti-doping agency, ADAC, was on the verge of being suspended.
Yes.
Just a day before the World Championships kicked off in Tokyo, the World Athletics gave a tough statement that Kenya was not compliant, that the anti-doping agency of Kenya was not compliant with a number of protocols
stipulated by WADA.
Yes. And they were on the verge of being suspended. The government intervened, and through that intervention, some 30 issues out of 35 were resolved. There are still 5 issues pending, and Kenya was given 4 months to put its house in order and ensure that they are compliant with the 5 pending issues. So now the 4 months will come to an end with an lapse in February. In mid-February
2026.
That is when we will know whether Kenya's ADAC will be suspended or not. But the other day, ADAC said that they were going to promise that they were going to ensure that the 5 issues are addressed so that they are off the hook. And remember, Kenya remains in category A of World Anti-Doping Agents watch list. We are still in the watch list. We are not out of the woods yet.
Not yet.
But we are still in the watch list. Category A of the watch list, and we've been there for over 6 years, over 7 years actually. And we're still struggling to get there. Although the argument is that, okay, other doping cases exist in other countries, that there are a number of cases in many other countries. But Kenya has been arguing that they are getting many cases in the country, cases of doping, because of the number of athletes that the country has produced. That when you look at it as a quota system, in that quota, Kenya has produced more athletes compared to
the rest of the
other athletes, other countries across the world. And that is why when they test like 20% of athletes in every country, that 20% will be more in Kenya. Yes. So that has been the argument. But again, why are we in category A if that is the case? So there are a lot of questions that may need answers. We may not have the answers, but we're just looking at this from a point of the observer and people who cover sport on a daily basis.
We can call ourselves stakeholders, so to say.
Okay, but we cannot arrogate ourselves the responsibility of determining some of these issues. Yes.
When we're talking about doping, the Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya, do you think it has done much to sensitize and to educate the athletes? Because ideally, when you're talking about banned substances, does the athlete know which are the banned substances? Do we have hospitals dedicated for athletes? Because that was also a concern, because I'm as an athlete, I'm injured, I go seek treatment, but that doctor is not an athletic doctor. He doesn't know. And probably when I was telling the doctor about my condition, I didn't explain to the doctor that I'm a professional athlete, so to say. So the medication that has been recommended to me, you find that maybe it contains some elements which have been prohibited by WADA. How do we go about that?
Most athletes have found themselves in that situation where they walk into a chemist, purchase medication for an illness. Later on, they find themselves in trouble. They test positive for banned substances because of ignorance. But if you ask me, ADAC has done the much it can do. For the past 1 year, it has been struggling with finances. What happened to the funding? What happened to the enhanced anti-doping program? Because at some point, the agency had to complain publicly about its budget being slashed.
True.
To a level that it was even impossible to carry out education and awareness, which they've been doing across the country frequently, and carrying out enhanced testing across the camps. So there was a big problem, and from my experience, I think it's a question of funding. Why can't we support ADAC to fight this menace?
Is there goodwill, so to say? Because I know with funding comes goodwill. Do we have goodwill from the responsible stakeholders, that is government, so to say?
The reports that we have is that the funding, the budget has been restored, and that now ADAC is ready to embark on its key mandate: education, testing, and creation of awareness. But the question of why it was slashed remains a mystery, because what exactly happened? How do these people determine that an agency that is as crucial as ADAC can have its budget slashed? What informed that decision? That is what the government has to explain on their side, because what might have led to the Treasury reaching the decision of slashing their budget. So, in my own observation, I think they are doing the much they can do. You can do the much you can do based on the allocations that you've been given and so forth. So that I think
we have a winner coming in.
Yeah,
I can see we have a winner.
Yeah,
that's
a
a
10-kilometer
winner coming through right away. What you can see on your TV right about now is